Hi, this is Pat DeLuca. Welcome to DP2 Insights. In this video, we'll be looking at Autobalance, or the digital scene balance algorithm, which is used to automate some aspects of exposure correction or color balancing for digital images. It improves the overall brightness and color balance, but maintains the original tone scale or contrast. The Autobalance algorithm analyzes image content and creates offsets for density, red, green, and blue color channels based on a series of predefined preferences. There's two ways to use it. One is the manual way through the Adjust Images window. The other, which we'll take a look at in a minute, is through Autobalance Batch. You can also use these same controls in the digital analyzer. So in Adjust Images, when we select an image, we can use down here on the buttons at the bottom, you can see we have density, red, green, and blue, density, or red, green, and blue. And when I select the density button, it makes the changes to DP2, and you can see them here on the sliders. When I select the next key, it saves that and moves to the next one. So I can, on any one of these images, use any one of these three and continue to use the N key to go ahead and save those and move through this workflow. It's really that simple. On the Autobalance tab here in the back, you can see that the default preference is selected, and we'll talk about those in a moment. But you can also, in another workflow or in an AE workflow, always run Autobalance first. Autobalance should be run first if you are running AE. You can also track the data, so you can take a look if you're a color scientist. You can take a look at the historical data based on the type of image. The Autobalance or digital SBA is designed for candids, for outdoor wedding, as you can see here, for outdoor of other kind, for family, that kind of thing, where there's more of a tendency to have exposure challenges simply because you're outside and maybe the weather's changing and so on. And again, it's designed for images which need color correction. A perfectly exposed image shouldn't really have or result in any correction from this algorithm. So that is Adjust Images. To use this algorithm in a batch or automated process, you need to change the status of the order to Autobalance so that it can show up in the batch processing window. So I'm going to go ahead and set that status. Once I've set that status, then from the user taskbar, go to Categories, Analyzing, and select Autobalance Batch. As you can see, my wedding order is here in the drop-down. I can mark all the images for Autobalance, and then just go ahead and select to run Autobalance. Just a moment here, you can see the options include DRGB, RGB, or density, depending on what you want to do. It also allows me to show you the drop-down of preferences. The way that this algorithm works is it uses math based on the way the preferences are set up. So that math, the color scientists have already done that math on your behalf. Although these can be modified, that's in another video. The default you can see is based on what the exposure conditions might be. This sort of slopes, right? It's looking at unders and overs as you might have experienced in the film world. But you have one for auto enhancement, high neutral, high color, and so on. In addition to that, you have the order status on complete, so that if you want to look at this and review the changes that the scene balance algorithm or the digital scene balance algorithm has made, you can set it to adjust, which is what we'll do. And it's as simple as run Autobalance, and you can see them flickering on the screen, but you can also see it counts down through the images that need to be balanced. Once those images are complete, I'll go ahead and close this window. I'm going to go ahead and open it up, this order up in the digital analyzer, so that you can see that there's my wedding, right, because I set it to adjust. I'm going to go ahead and open that order, and you can see that over here on the left it's showing you the corrections that in fact it did make, so that as you go through these images you can see what that digital scene balance algorithm did to each one of these and make any additional corrections as needed or desired. And that is Autobalance. Thank you.